Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Bella Bougie. You can call me Granny because that's my nickname from childhood. Nickname from childhood. Or you can just call me Cheryl. Oh my goodness. So I've watched season 2, episode 2, 7 Pounds of Pressure. I watched it twice today, not just once, but twice, because why? I am definitely a Pvalley fangirl. And y'all, this second episode was so loaded. This second episode, baby, it had all the tea, all the juiciness. My favorite line, my favorite quote. Y'all ready? I'm too much of a cat to get fucked by a kid. Excuse the language. I ain't even monetized yet, so I could definitely get away with saying a curse word. I gotta put that on the t-shirt. Or if somebody put that on the t-shirt before I do, y'all let me know in the comments, because I'm gonna buy that and I'm gonna wear that bad boy. I'm too much of a cat to get effed by a kid. What? He said that. But let's get into it. So it starts off with the tryouts. They have the new stripper tryouts. Oh my goodness. Big L walking the line, right, checking out all the booties. And they found some beautiful booties to put up in that lineup shot. I love it, okay? So, who we get introduced to? Who is pulled out of this line of people? First one we meet, Big L is trying to flirt with her a little bit. Her name is Big Bone. She got a big booty. She pretty with her little pink hair. But we discovered during tryouts that she can't dance. She can't work no pole. She just got a big booty. Okay, so she gets called out. We're going to talk about it in a minute. But we are introduced to Big Bone. Welcome to the club, Big Bone. Who else coming? Whisper. She light skinned with these cat eyes, like these pretty gray eyes. And she gets up on that pole, baby, and she do her thing. I can't tell you how I can't move like her, so I can't show you how she do, but she do her thing. So we know she in, right? And then right behind her is Roulette. Let me tell you about Roulette. She is so Mississippi. And when I say so Mississippi, baby, she got that red and black 27 piece. And if that red and black 27 piece don't say classic Mississippi style, I don't know what do. Okay, y'all might not be from Mississippi. I'm from Mississippi. But the 27 piece is a thing right now today. Okay, if you go to the salon and you don't come out there with that banging ass 27 piece, baby, your stylist didn't do you justice. She didn't do you justice, okay? So Roulette is representing so hard. She gets up on that pole. She does her thing. So natural stars are born. Roulette and Whisper. They are amazing. And then, of course, we see this power struggle during the tryouts between the dynamic trio. Who are the dynamic trio? Cliff, Haley, and Mercedes. Mercedes was in charge of the tryouts. So she's calling the people out who is selected. Now, of course, who's selected? Whisper, Roulette, and before she could call number 3, Haley snatches the mic and says, Big Bone. And Mercedes is like, hold up. I'm the one in charge of this, not you. And that girl can't dance to save her life. And she can't. She pretty, she got a big booty, but nah, baby, this stripper pole life ain't for you. Go on somewhere with that foolishness. So here come Haley's mom. Well, come on, she can work the bar. You follow me. So now we having this whole power struggle between the 3 of these. I said, ooh, it's starting to rear its ugly head. And I did a prediction video a few months ago, and I said it. I said, that's going to be a power struggle. That's going to be interesting to see right there. So they're friends, but I think their friendship about to be majorly tested because you got 3 bosses in the building. You got Haley, which is Autumn Night, if y'all didn't know. Everybody should know that by now. Uncle Clifford, and then you got Mercedes. So they're going to have to learn how to work together. But we're going to get off that nerve. What else happened? We introduced to the new dancers. We love them. Yes, we do. Now, I forgot to mention this. Whisper is like a star seed, but we're going to get into that a little bit more. I'll explain that a little bit more. Roulette is our ghetto fabulous, straight up from any hood in Mississippi. She is that chick. That chick. So the power struggle, we got that going on. Then what else happened? What else happened? Okay, interest Andre and Corbin into the pink to proposition Haley and Uncle Clifford. So they trying to buy the pink. They done offered them this little measly, ass offer. And they were like, that sounds like some little dick energy. If y'all can't come with some big dick energy, we talking $10 million, okay? Give us 10 mil up front. You can have it. And so, of course, Corbin gonna show his little ass and call him all kind of names and talking about a few months ago, you was down here on this pole strip and blah, 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 blah. Needless to say, him and his lawyer was sent packing. They did not get what they wanted that day. And the thing that struck me was that Corbin wished Lil Cliff, Lord, not Lil Cliff, I'm thinking it's Lil Murder, Uncle Cliff a happy birthday, an early birthday. And when he read the flyer, Cliff was reading the flyer about the grand reopening, right? And it was supposed to be the following Friday, but Haley moved it up to this Friday, which is Cliff's birthday. And Cliff was like, why you move this up? The pink ain't ready. We're not ready for this, right? And so Corbin was like, well, happy early birthday. Enjoy your birthday. So I like that dynamic that they are at odds with each other. But because of the relationship, it goes back years and years. You can tell that's like a childhood type of friendship or whatever relationship. So that they're able to disagree, but also still show each other love on some level. I love that because that is so Mississippi. That is something that definitely happens all the time in the community. So I love to see that. Good job. Yay. So that's gonna be interesting to see. But now we got Haley and Cliff back to the power struggle. She trying to make decisions for the club. And here's the thing, he has the experience, the years of experience with dealing with the club. She might have had the money to put it on, but I think she might be biting off more than she can chew. We shall find out. What happens next? They had cut to Clifford's grandmother's house, and she's watching a commercial of Minister Bernice. I think that's her name. I don't forgot Mercedes' mama's name. Well, she's on there on a commercial, and what she got her commercial with, come on down where the blessings reside, where the blessings reside, where the blessings reside. Right? She giving away food and CDs, and she just doing her thing. Mind you, this is all on the money she stole from her daughter, doing her church out of the building that she also got from under her daughter's nose. She is so trifling. But they had to put her in there to let us know she on the up and coming. She on the up and coming. But babe, I had to take notes on episode 2 because it was so much going on. So Cliff is about to turn 40. And of course, I don't know. I'm not going to reveal my age, but when you get a certain age, you start thinking about your mortality. You literally start thinking about it. So I like the fact that they have incorporated that in there because he's about to turn 40 years old. He's thinking about his mortality. He's just having a moment. He just fell out with Haley because she's making decisions about the club without him, and he's literally ready to like choke her to death. He come home, he's venting to his grandma, and he goes in the back. He's literally crying like he's having a full breakdown because even the baddest bitches have breakdowns. I want y'all to know that. Even the baddest bitches on the planet have bad days, okay? And I count Uncle Clifford as one of the baddest on the planet right now. Yeah, he's a character, but in my world and in my heart, in my head, he a real person. So come on now. He represents the bad bitches out here who have bad days. He was having a bad day. And so who should appear at the door but Lil Murder? And the grandma opened the door. She chatting them up and stuff. And Cliff is like, what? No. So, right. He comes up behind the grandma. And he's on the side of the door, right? And it's a mirror by the door. So Lil Murder, whose real name is Marcus, by the way, he can see Cliff. So Cliff is behind the door trying to like, I don't know. You know his grandma can't see. She blind. So I don't know what he was trying to do behind that door. So anyway, he's behind the door. He's listening to the conversation. And so the grandma's like, well, how have you been? You know, you all famous now. And he said, never too famous for you all. So like, how's the fam? And anyway, even though the grandma was asking him questions, he saw Cliff in the mirror and he was talking to Cliff. And Cliff knew it. He knew he was talking to him. And the thing I love about it is you could see the connection that they have. Like, you could, the way it's in the series, you can see that connection. It's strong, it's valuable. They are connected to each other. And the tension is there. Like that love tension is just right there. So I am so looking forward to that building and building and building until they just gotta come to a point where they gotta have that confrontation. I don't know what episode that's gonna be in, but trust me, other fan people of Pvalley, that moment is coming. It is coming, and I am so here for it. What else happened? What else happened? let's talk about Keyshawn for a minute. Let's get on Keyshawn and her baby daddy. Okay, so let's talk about Keyshawn. Now, Keyshawn is still dealing with her baby daddy, abusive, toxic, controlling. So they bring her back on the scene. You know, it's her scene. And she is in the kitchen, you know, and then a text comes up on her baby daddy's phone saying that he didn't get a particular job. She steps outside to see him talking to the sheriff. Her boyfriend is trying to get Diamond arrested because of the fight they had in the last episode on season 1 for murder night. He's trying to get him arrested, and the sheriff tells him, look, it was like a fight. So if I bring him up on charges, I got to bring you up on charges too, basically. So they're having this whole conversation. But what really catches my attention with every scene with Keyshawn and her freaking boyfriend, and I can't even think of his name right now, but what gets me is like, it's kind of like showing, it's depicting, yes, it's an abusive relationship. Okay, he's toxic, he's controlling, he's abusive. But what I saw was also the dynamic between African Americans and white people in the South. That relationship that she has with her baby daddy is so demonstrative of the struggle that happens in rural communities between white society and black society. Yes, we have a working relationship together as black and white communities in a small rural town, but given the history of the South, that relationship can sometimes be super toxic and codependent. And because we're kind of trapped in this sort of mental slavery, we continue with this struggle, although we know this struggle is not productive and healthy for us. We have got to figure out a way to break the cycle. I don't mean to get off on a tangent, but that is what I see as representative of the relationship between Keyshawn and her baby daddy. It does show the abusive side that needs to be dealt with, but it also shows that juxtaposition. That's just me personally. So yeah, she's still dealing with that. She has a black eye. Let's talk about that black eye. Oh my goodness. And she just walking around the house being nice to this guy like it's still normal. But I understand that's part of codependency. And when you're afraid for your life and you don't feel like you have other choices, you stay in those situations. So that's where she's at, but she's strategic. So y'all better watch her. I did a video and I said she's a marketing genius. She's strategic and she knows her money. She knows what she wants. She's going to go get it no matter what. So that's going to happen. I will sum this up on her part by saying she's going to put that little kitty power on him. What Kevin Gates say, that little pussy got some power in it. She going to use what she got to her advantage so she can do what she wants to do, which is go on the Dirty Dozen tour, which you will hear. You will see the text messages between her and Lil Murder during the episodes where she says, let's call it the Dirty Dozen tour and let's do 12 cities. And he agrees with that. So she's still making her plans despite the fact that this man is so controlling that he knows when she comes on her periods. Like he controls every aspect of her life. I'm going to get off that nerve. So that's Keyshawn in a nutshell. She tried to confront Diamond. She tried to go up there to the store and talk to him. And he's angry. He's dealing with a lot of anger. He pretty much tells her, you know, get on, go ahead on with that foolishness. And I'm trying to keep this video under 20 minutes, so let me roll on. So Keyshawn is working through her stuff. We can clearly see she is working. She is making some progress, but she got a long way to go. Andre still pining over Haley. Haley, I don't know if she pining over him or not, but they still kind of in communication. He's going to try to clean up Mayor Ruffin's books and stuff, and he discovers that Mayor Ruffin, the late Mayor Ruffin, has been playing Robin Hood to the whole neighborhood. He done paid everybody water bill for years on the block. Like, okay, we didn't see that coming, but he really was that hood kind of mayor, and that's really also very very close to Southern ties. And it depends on like your city councilmen and your mayors, because they come up in those areas. They tend to help the black community if they're black way more than an average person would. So I love that about him. Also, Andre discovers his own inner child. He runs up on the video. he really needs to rediscover himself, because he's looking a mess. He in love with Haley. He got a whole wife and a new baby. He don't have it together. So he's gonna have to do some soul searching and find himself. And we all do, because we all have that inner child in us that we need to heal. And I like that she put that in there, because that is just representative of, remember who you are, people. Remember who you are, Andre, and what you bring to the table. So, yeah, I'm still looking to see if him and Haley going to hook up. Because ever since, the first season when they did the whole phone sex thing, I'm waiting to see what that's going to pop off like in real life. A little side note, DJ Never Scared is in the studio in Atlanta. We hear a voiceover of Meg Thee Stallion as he's on the phone telling Lil Murder that he's not going to be able to go on tour because he has to do this thing. And I'm like, okay, we might get an appearance or a cameo from Meg Thee Stallion or whatever character she's going to be playing. I'm looking forward to that. I don't know what episode it's going to be in. Yeah, I'm speeding up because I'm trying to I got 5 minutes left and we're going to be done. Murder gets his friend out of jail. Little Murder. I don't know if that's his friend, his cousin, but he gets out of prison. They ain't say the boy name, but he kind of crazy. We can kind of get that he crazy. Honestly, I don't know if it was a prison or a mental facility, because he do some little weird stuff in episode 2. I don't know. He's just a weird character right now. So we'll figure out where he sits at. So the grand reopening, it doesn't quite go as planned. Now, Whisper and Roulette steal the show from Mercedes. They steal the show from her. When I tell you they up there on that pole doing some new kind of tricks, you got to go see it to see that part, to get them new tricks in there. Mercedes tries to compete, but when she goes up on that pole to try to do some of the stuff they doing, she falls down. What? Mercedes takes a tumble. I don't know if any of y'all remember Scarlett Takes a Tumble from several years ago, but she takes a tumble. When she wakes up, she's at, excuse me, I'm burping. My bad. She's at Diamonds. And so now we discover, and it was hinted at a little bit in the first season, Diamond gave Keyshawn a amulet of protection, a crystal. Well, he is a light worker, we discover. A light worker, you can call him a light worker, a spiritual healer. He deals in divination. Not divination, because I haven't, divination and crystals. So those are very healing. I'm actually into crystal magic myself, but we'll talk about me later. So it shows that scene where he's actually pulling out some, I guess we're going to call it negative energy, which he calls 7 pounds of pressure, hence the name of the title of this particular episode. And you have to watch it. That's really also very much a part of the Black community in small rural Mississippi towns. It may be in other states too, but I have people in my family who do that kind of work. And if you ever grew up in the hood and you couldn't afford a doctor, but you had some ailment, 9 times out of 10 you're going to go to like that local healer that have potions, and not potions, but they have like salves and liniment and stuff to heal you. They go far beyond that as well. So we discovered that that's one of his talents. And Uncle Clifford said something that just really, really strikes. He said, if he can heal like that, then just imagine what that did do. I know. Oh my goodness. Well, off that nerve, Cliff is having a pity party and he goes outside to take the trash out. He gets kidnapped and y'all ought to see his expression. But lo and behold, they take him to what? His surprise birthday party. And it was a blast. It was an amazing skate party. But who does he be thinking about? Who does he be? That's my Mississippi coming out. We're going to let it slide. He's thinking about Little Murder, seeing his face everywhere. But his friend asked him a potent question. He was like, you talking about me? I like where I am and what I'm doing. Do you? And I guess that makes Cliff have like a moment. He goes and he flirts and he gets like major head from the little skate assistant guy. Amazing. We actually get a frontal of a dick. Like we see it. Oh my goodness, right? So that's good to see. So yeah, we find out also that Whisper is a seer, or she works in divination, because they go into the red room and Spirit tells her some things that have happened in there, and she gives Mercedes the side eye. Mercedes also puts Haley out. And one Easter egg before I get off of this video tonight, there's a scene where Haley is by herself in the pink, and on the cameras there is a glitch of a person in one of the cameras when she is in there alone. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens here, because they have introduced divination and seers and spiritual healers into this episode. I'm so looking forward to what is about to be in episode 3. I didn't even cover everything in episode 2. I'm just trying to give you enough to let you know it is so loaded and jam-packed with what's about to happen. All right, so I gave myself a 10-minute limit, and we've reached it. So that's all the spoilers you get from me for episode 2, 7 pounds of pressure. It's amazing. Also, I'm going to redo my episode 1 recap because I did it in a hurry, and I was also very drunk because I drank a bunch of margaritas because I could not get out what I want. I couldn't do my little live, and I was so sad about it. So listen, please like and share, comment, subscribe. I need to get my subscriber count at least up to 50 so I can do a live for the rest of these episodes. Share this with people so I can get my subscriptions up. Thank y'all for watching so far. Please put some comments down below. I would love to hear from you. Have a good night. Bye.